Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we have some interesting information for the Part 2 Super Sugo and the upcoming Kizuna banner that will go live Saturday at news time for myself for the next Super Boss for the 11th anniversary. Now, we do have, straight off the bat, we have this particular video right here. Head over to the One Piece Treasure Cruise Twitter page, X page, whatever you want to call it, and you can check that out. If we click on here, you guys will see that basically Egghead gets a whole bunch of black mist, Pacifist is stand down, you know who's coming, Saturn, more information will be coming on the 25th of this month, which for me will be Monday night, I believe. I think. It'll be Monday at news time for me. So there's that. Obviously not too much to go off. Today we're going to be using the GOAT, Captain Papi's Twitter page too. Make sure to go hit him up with a follow. He obviously just like puts together everything for you guys, so that way you can check out his ups, his downs. You can follow Good, Great, Perfect, all that fun stuff too. But yes, this was over on the One Piece Treasure Cruise page, so make sure to go check that out as well. So as for the Kizuna banner, I believe he's got the information up top here. So he's got the Kizuna and the support rare recruit banner, which will go live, like I said, on Saturday. For this particular banner, we have a new character step on the 5th multi. That is very, very good to see. And a recommended character step as well. No legend this time around. Support rare recruit Shiroshi is on the banner too. So you guys are still struggling with treasure map. You can pick up support rare recruit Shiroshi. And then you've got the Donsai Leo and you've got the Chopper on the banner as well. As you can see, it is a Robin. I believe there's a rare recruit Jinbei as well. And then there's an S Snake support rare recruit as well. So the 20th multi will have a new character. 10th multi's recommended step. 15th multi's recommended step. And I believe the Part 1, Part 2 will have the Vega lads. Okay. And Garp. That's interesting. And then, okay, so it's Part 1 and Part 2, S-Snakes on both of them. You have the Bonnie support rare recruit, the Atlas rare recruit on Part 2. And then you have, yeah, so both these parts, I believe, come out at the same time as well. So that's always good to see, I believe. I think Papi probably says it here. No, he does not, but that's okay. I'm fairly certain they both come out at the same time. So depending on whichever one suits you better. Maybe you're missing the support rare recruit Shiroshi, you could start someone over here. Maybe you want the support rare recruit Bonnie, you could summon over here. 5 multis on these banners definitely is not a bad idea. It is a a super boss event, so having these characters is going to help you and your alliance get more damage output, easier to build teams, and more super boss tokens for when that super boss does come around in about a week's time. So very exciting stuff there. Very exciting that the steps are a new character step. Like, honestly, if you're a player like myself, just doing 5 multis on both parts, calling it there, maybe doing a little bit more if you are super into that, is going to be a lot of fun. So that's huge stuff there. Let's take a look at what the Robin does. The Robin is a cerebral freak spirit side character. Obviously, they are still keeping the trend of the Straw Hats suiting the Luffy, Zoro, Sanji unit, except for the Usopp, who's just like that little outlier who's a Dex unit, but he's still Free Spirit, I guess. Straw Hat, Egghead, Paramecia type, has 2 crewmate abilities that are based around either territory and making 10 orbs matching. If the field has territory cerebral class, so Sabo, basically, is the character that will work well for this Robin. Interesting. And actually, sorry, going back to the whole Straw Hat thing, Brook goes with the 6+ Zoro, which is hilarious. But I guess, he's Slasher as well, so he does work under Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. They all work under Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, which is hilarious. And really good to see. Changes crews slots, including block to tandem, reduces crews to spare by 6 turns, barriers by 2 turns. That's good. We love barrier removal, man. Any characters that remove barriers by, like, honestly, 3 turns is where it's at, but 2 turns is still good. Boost side decks and cerebral character slot effects by 2.5 times, and if the character is a friend captain or helper captain, applies the cerebral territory, and then boosts crew's attack by 1.5 times. If the character is a crewmate, further increases the attack boost by 0.25. The fact you have to be the captain to get the territory, that sucks. That really sucks. The only way I can see this being like super viable is with the captain shift mechanic. And then, yeah, because like nine times out of 10, she's going to be a sub. Like, that's where it's at. But this character is actually really good in Rumble as well. Going off the trend of the Frankie and the Chopper, they are 20 cost as well. Her special targets on a 27-second cooldown, targets 2 enemies with high attack for attack down level 7. If you have 4 more Straw Hats, targets 2 high defense enemies for defense down level 5, and targets 2 enemies with high CT for a 20% delay. On top of that, she gives level 5 seed a speed to the entire team. And if you have 4 more Straw Hats on the crew, all enemies get an attack down, defense, and miss down at level 5. So she's kind of ridiculous. Like, for a regular rare recruit, you partner her alongside the new 3-source style Nami, and you're just like reducing everyone's cooldowns like so frequently, and it's just very reminiscent of the quick driven slasher team where you have like Smoothie going, and then you have like Cross Guild going, and then you get the cooldowns back with Roger and Odin, and then obviously Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, they're giving cooldown back to the Straw Hat characters. So at this point, you can pretty much just run an entire Straw Hat team with like Robin, Frankie, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, and then I don't know, throw like Law in the mix just for the cooldown reduction, and then you can just slide Garp on the bench. So when someone dies, you have Garp come in, Garp just does an absolute nuclear bomb, and then Garp dies, he drops another nuclear bomb. So yeah, this is really good stuff to see. You could honestly just run this on the bench as well. I feel like you'd want it in the front though, just for the nerfing early, but we'll do some testing when she comes out. I'll definitely be summoning for the character, and like I'm confident I'll at least like pick her up. So that's something to look forward to. So that's the Robin for the Kizuna Rare Recruits. We also have a Jinbei. Let's have a look up here. Beautiful. Got the Jinbei information as well. Jinbei is a cerebral free spirit, and he is a Straw Hat Pirate Fisherman Egghead tag. He also has a territory crewmate ability and cannot be blown away. He removes 600 attack down and damage reduction. He then boosts Dex, Psi, and Cerebral characters' attack by 2.5, and if the character is a captain or friend captain, applies territory for Cerebrals, just like Robin does. If the character is a crewmate, boosts the slot effects by 0.25. So, as you can see, just like an exceptional sub for Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. He is a Dex character. That's super interesting. Okay. So he's not going to work all that well over on the Psi team. So he's a character that you're definitely not going to want to bring. Targets 1 enemy for attack of 3.3 times damage on a 26-second cooldown. 4 Straw Hat characters on the crew. Targets 1 enemy with high HP, 50% HP reduction. Then targets 1 enemy with low HP for 3,500 attack. Team defense up level 5. 4 or more Straw Hat characters on the crew. Straw Hat pirates get HP up level 6, attack up level 6, blow away up level 5. Really good passive, but the problem is you want to run him on the Straw Hat team, which is basically very Psi focused. So I understand wanting to give a little bit of diversity to characters, but I don't understand why they made Jinbei Dex. He does seem like a very interesting character that can kind of come off the bench though. Because you can easily have 4 Straw Hat characters on the team. Like I said, if you got the Frankie, the Robin, the Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and then the Nami, you can easily just throw this guy on a bench and just have him as a bit of a bench nuker. That can definitely work, especially over something like the Chopper that's on the bench at the moment. So there's that. That's Jinbei. I think the Robin's probably a little bit more effective, especially over PvP. I'm sort of talking PvP-wise. I don't really understand the whole concept of having them as a captain, you get the territory. But I do understand it in the sense that in the Kizuna, for the 10-star event in particular, they are probably going to have boosted captain ability. So just look out for that. Next, we have the support rare recruit that is S. Snake. She is a Dex character. Cerebral free spirit. We don't really care too much about her actual kit, so we're just jumping straight to her support effect. Level 5 goes on Luffy, Rob Lucci, Sentomaru, Kizaru, Vegapunk, basically any of the Vegapunks, and S-Pair. So, any S-Snake in there? Oh, S-Hawk is in there too, and S-Shark. Cool. So she goes on any of the Seraphim and that we have access to at the moment, and then any of the Vegapunks that we have access to as well. So, very good array of characters. If she's on one of those units, which is really weird, we've been getting a lot of S-Snake love lately. If the supporter character is captain, reduces all enemies' defense up by 1 turn. That's very, very good. However, we literally just got an S-Snake that has like a defense up removing support. Changes the character's block, super block to tandem, ignoring the inability to change super block. That's kind of cringe. That means the super boss is going to have fucking... your captain is going to get super block orbs. And then boost shooter and slash's advantageous class effect by 1.2 times. Damn, that's good. That last little part there, just a little 1.2 times advantageous class effect for shooters and slashers. If you're not already bringing that buff on the team, like, this is going to be good. But the problem with this is that if you already have someone that's going to give that buff, you're not going to be able to use it because this character will trigger for the final stage. So it's good. It's a good support. The problem I see with it is that they're then going to make the mechanics of the super boss really cringe to satisfy this particular support. And that's what I don't like about it. So overall though, not a terrible support nonetheless. Next we've got Zoro Juro, the 6+ character that will be coming for the Kizuna. They have kept him Wano themed. That's interesting. I mean, it does make sense. He's Zoro Juro. But yeah, I thought they might have sort of changed him completely and just gone to like a what's it called? To like an egghead kind of build. He is Land of Wano still, obviously Worst Generation, and then the Straw Hat Pirates. His special reduces crew special charge by 2 turns, allows the character's normal attacks to ignore defensive effects, 150,000 times damage that ignores all defensive effects to all enemies, and if 2 or more Land of Wano characters are on the crew, and the crew has a slot effect boost when the special is launched, applies a 30% slasher and driven resistance. Oh, did they make him driven? No, he always was driven, wasn't he? Okay. Then after that, boost Dex, Slasher, and Driven characters' slot effects by 3.25 for 1 turn. And if the total damage taken from enemy reaches 50,000 or more, applies increased damage taken to all enemies for 2 times that ignores all status effects. Right. Okay. So if you have an overrideable orb effect, he can then give you a 3.25 orb boost, a 30% resistance down for 2 classes. And if the total damage taken from the enemy reaches 50,000 or more. So you have to take a whole bunch of damage for that to work. I believe, no, it says from enemy. So like, I would say if you cut your own HP, that doesn't count. It's interesting, but like this is only going to be super effective if you're moving into a stage and it's like, does a 50% HP cut and you take 50,000 damage. Like 50,000 damage is a lot of damage. It's not a small amount. But there are pieces of content that hit you with like 100,000 death hit. You can obviously use a 50% damage reduction, and then you will you'll be able to attain that too. His captain ability reduces the crew's special charge by 1 turn at the start of the quest. Dex driven slashers get 5 times attack. Everyone else gets 4.5. 1.5 HP. He's always had big HP. And he removes special bind, which is always a really good draw to this unit. If the total damage from the enemy reaches 20,000, boosts their attack by 5.25 and reduces all enemies' HP by 20% at the start of each battle. If you take 50,000 or more, you're a 5.5 times attack boost, and I believe you still have the 20% HP cut at the start of the quest, and then you get a 15% damage reduction as well, so that's always fun. He's super type, 75 times his attack in non-type damage to all enemies, and boost the type effects of Dex Slasher Driven by 2.5 times, turning Dex into super Dex. So overall, just like a pretty stock standard, like, Super Evolution in regular play. Over in Rumble, he was always very, very good way back when. So let's take a look at what he actually does now. Bro, that art goes so fucking clean. That sprite is so nice. Targets enemies in a large frontal range for 1.5 times attack. When there is less than 50 seconds remaining, 2.2. When there is less than 30 seconds remaining, 2.5. And a 50% chance to action mine for 5 seconds. I would have liked to have seen like maybe the last hit go through defense. That would have been real cool, but they just added action to it, and it's kind of mid, honestly. CT up level 3 for himself, attack up level 7, and Dex teammates get attack up, speed up, defense up. He's okay. Like, he's always just been like a nice little bench nuker. And look, you can do some fun stuff with Dex driven, but like, Dex slashes aren't really a thing. Like, throwing him on a slasher team, you have so many other Zoros. So I don't really see him finding a home on that particular team. But basically, that's all the news that we got today. For the upcoming events. We obviously will start building some Kizuna teams once the treasure map ends, and obviously we can look forward to Monday when we get that extra information for this one here. This is kind of the big one, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. This is what everyone is most excited for. It is going to be Saturn. Saturn is definitely coming for the 11th anniversary, and having one of the massive big dog world government units, not only that, but one of the Gorosei in the game is going to be very, very exciting. But let me know what you guys think down below, what Saturn will look like. Let me know if you guys are summoning too on the upcoming banner. If you are, like I said, let me know in the comment section below. Way down there, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.